Happy New Year and welcome to Coffee with Cable. Tonight marks the ending of another year, but the start of the best year of your life. It was about 4 years ago, a great friend of mine, Mark, asked me this very question, which sums up the new year perfectly. The new year stands before us like a book. This book has 365 blank pages. What are you going to be writing about this year? I've always been intrigued by that question and have always held on to its concept. At least half of us are going to be doing some kind of New Year's resolution. The top 10 American resolutions, of course, you can probably guess which number 1 is. Lose weight, that's number 1. Then manage debt, save money, get physically fit, eat more healthy, learn something new, quit smoking, drink less, go take a trip, reduce stress, and volunteer to help others. These are all great resolutions. The only issue is that the majority of us don't stick with it. Why don't we stick with it? Statistics show that 1/3 of us will be going back to old habits by the end of January. There's a professor from the Florida State University said there's 2 reasons why people fail to keep their New Year's resolution. Resolutions are either too general or they're just too many resolutions. He said the better thing to do is to choose one thing to focus on. You don't need 10 things to focus on, however, just one. With focusing on one resolution, this can be your best year. Here's how you can do it. First of all, and this is probably the most important, forget what is behind you. That chapter of your life is closed. Tomorrow is a new chapter, a fresh start with 365 blank days. And you get to choose where the story goes. Not saying to forget the good memories and the life lessons. Just don't be dragged down by the past grudges and failures that are holding you back. This quote says it the best. You cannot sail the ship of your life into the sea of the future of joy and peace if your anger is stuck in the mud of the past. Secondly, focus on what is in front of you. Take your resolution one day at a time. It is not a race. For instance, if you want to lose 40 pounds, don't focus on the pounds that you want to lose. Focus on the hike that you're going on that day or the bike ride that you're going on. And in doing so, make sure you give it your very best. Don't worry about the next day. The next day will take care of itself. Focus on the task at hand, like learning a new language. You can't learn how to speak Greek all in one night. But in a day, you can learn a few words, and then the next day a few more. Before you know it, you'll be able to speak a few sentences of Greek. Take advantage of every day, focusing all of your efforts in any activity that is in front of you. Then lastly, you need to be smart. S stands for specific. You have to be specific about your goals. M stands for measurable. You need to make sure that your goals are measurable. A stands for action plan. Have an action plan in place for your goals. Then R, you need to make sure your goals are realistic. And then lastly, T, you need to make sure your goals are time sensitive. Give them a time on them in order to push yourself. As we start in the new year this evening, I want to remind you that you have a new book with 365 blank pages. What are you going to start writing this year? I want to wish you a very happy and prosperous 2019. Thank you for watching Coffee with Cable. I hope you continue to stick with the show as I've got a lot of exciting things coming your way this next year. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.